In the years that followed, Snowden's story would be told and retold, a ballad for our times. The saga unfolded in films, including Laura Poitras' Oscar-winning documentary, Citizen4, and Oliver Stone's biopic, Snowden, and in such books as No Place to Hide by Glenn Greenwald and Luke Harding's The Snowden Files. As we write this, Snowden's own memoir, Permanent Record, is going to print. Missing from those chronicles so far has been a small but crucial episode: the journey of a plain cardboard box that passed through strangers' hands, setting the rest of the story in motion. In its absence grew a question. If the American government's surveillance was so mighty, so all-seeing, how did a motherlode of classified information get spirited away by mail right under the watchers' noses? The answer may be simpler than you think. The story of Snowden's box is deeply human, somewhat messy, and more than a little weird. It's about a brief moment when strangers worked together to build an underground railroad for secrets, a high-stakes endeavor that relied, more than anything, on bonds of trust. That's no small thing. We live in an era of suspicion, marked by an eroding faith in government, the media, and even each other. Social scientists have studied the decline of public confidence, quizzing Americans on the same set of topics over and over for nearly half a century as part of a long-term project called the General Social Survey. It includes this question. Generally speaking, would you say that most people can be trusted, or that you can't be too careful in dealing with people? Researchers ran the first round of the survey in 1972. At the time, nearly half of the people who responded said they trusted others. By the latest round in 2018, 2 years after Donald Trump was elected president, the figure had dropped to less than a third. That's scary news. Trust is the basis of all cooperative action in a free society. It's the feeling of fellowship that allows people to take risks and grow. It's also the underpinning of democracy, and it's fragile, easy to undermine. Massive domestic spying systems, like the one Snowden revealed, are corrosive to the kind of deep human connections that nourish trust and collaboration. Consider East Germany, the most notorious surveillance state in modern history. Its secret police force, the Ministerium für Staatssicherheit, better known as the Stasi, was created in 1950. By the time it disbanded 4 decades later, the Stasi had grown to include some 86,000 full-time employees. If you add part-time and unofficial agents, the total number of people spying for the secret police had risen to more than 500,000. The population was saturated with snoops. Some estimates set the ratio at 1 informer to every 6.5 citizens. Most major institutions, from universities to churches and political parties, were infiltrated. Neighbors snitched on neighbors, and mistrust was rampant. Even a member of the nation's Olympic bobsledding team, Harold Chudai, confessed to spying on his fellow athletes. Years later, he recounted through tears that police had caught him driving drunk and blackmailed him into becoming an informer. East Germany was an extreme case, but even in systems with fewer informants, state surveillance frays the relationship between citizens. People grow wary, exhausted from the constant pressure. Eventually, they turn against each other. If we are gathering data on people all the time on the basis that they may do something wrong, this is promoting a view that, as citizens, we cannot be trusted, explained University of Sheffield sociology professor Clive Norris, testifying more than a decade ago before members of British Parliament. Today, the United Kingdom maintains one of the most extensive surveillance systems in the world. The constant monitoring of a population, Norris and other scholars note, fosters suspicion, undermines cohesion and solidarity, and amounts to a slow social suicide. In other words, paranoia will destroy you.